Hello friends, it's Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design, and I'm here today to share a little project with you and also show you how to build a really cool twist easel card base. I'm working today with the beautiful papers from Authentique's Dame collection. This is one of their new spring releases and it is stunning. I used this to make a really dramatic I don't know if you can see that in the camera. It's one of those side twist easel cards, and this measures 6 by 6. Of course, it closes like this, and we'll just look at the cover. All my little prills are falling off. I've just layered up a bunch of the papers from the collection. This bottom layer I actually inked up with a little sponge sugar distress ink, and then hit the edges with worn lipstick distress. And then to age the papers just a little bit, I diluted some of this walnut ink with water, and then I just dipped a round paintbrush into it and tapped it over the top to get all these wonderful little freckles on the paper. So 6 by 6 vintage buttons, beautiful cut aparts in this collection. If you like to fussy cut, you'll be really happy. And then this is Robin's Egg center stitch satin ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and some beautiful roses. These are from Little Birdie Crafts, and I just think they're stunning. You get a bunch of them in this along with foliage. This is the Rosalind Candy Mix, and it just works really well with this collection. So what you do is you score the card front so that it will stand up, and I'm hoping this is coming through in the video. And this is such a beautiful card to display because this can sit out on a desk or a table and everyone can see it standing up. And then inside, so here's that little hinge that we build that the whole card pivots on, and then inside I've just put this sticker. I've matted it on cardstock and put it at the diagonal with a 3x4 card underneath it. This is a sticker. That one I stuck down, the center one I backed with a punched circle and then popped it up. And then up here I created a little gift card wallet with one of my dies and tucked this from the components page so you can write a little note, stick a little gift card in there, and you've got a beautiful any kind of card. I mean, I just think it's stunning. So these little prills are my homemade prills. I use mustard seeds and I dye them with alcohol ink so I can make them color match whatever I'm working with. So let's put this aside and let me bring in some tools, and I'm just going to show you how to build this base, and then you can decorate it however you like. So you're going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and this is just some really cheap cardstock that I keep for when I'm making templates. And you're going to cut this in half at 6 inches. You're not going to believe how easy this base is to make. And then you're going to take this piece and you're actually going to cut another 6-inch square with your extra piece. And this one, don't throw this away, use it for matting images and stuff. You want to use a pretty sturdy cardstock. I used, to build my base, I used the Authentique Artisan cardstock, which is a nice, really nice weight. So now you've got these 2 pieces of paper, and you bring in your scoring tool. You're going to place the long side of your paper on the scoring tool. Put this down a little bit, and you're just going to score one line at 6, just like that. And then you're going to make a standard card base and just furnish that at the fold. Now, to do this next part is a little tricky, but you can do it. You're going to, I like to use a ruler, and you're going to go from, I'll make sure I'm in frame here, yep. I lay my ruler from the top left corner to the bottom right and just kind of line that up, make sure it's really straight, and then you're just going to fold it like this, holding that ruler so your paper doesn't shift. And that's just to get you started with the fold. And then I actually put it on my scoring tool because sometimes it's a little hard to line those points up on a scoring tool because you think you're lined up, but you're actually on two different channels. But because you've got that little beginning crease there, you can now go in, she says with confidence, you can now go in and score right down that diagonal line. All right, and I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but then what you're going to do is just fold this corner like this. So this is going to be the twist part of your card, and it's going to be like this. So when you put your card front on, bear in mind you have to put your card front on so that it matches the angle. Maybe if I hold it like this you can see it better. All right, so then this second piece, this is what you're going to build your card base on. And then once you get this all built, decorate the inside first. I always decorate the inside first, and you can do a lot or you can do a little, it doesn't really matter. And then you have to do a stopper. And for the stopper, hold on, let me grab this and show you. I like to use priority mailboxes. I get a lot of design team materials shipped in these, Amazon stuff shipped, and they're a really good weight. And so when you make your stopper, take your sticker, mat it on cardstock, cut around it, and then you're just going to cut strips of this to go on the back, and it's going to raise this up perfectly. And your stopper is actually going to go along this same diagonal line, and that's just going to make your easel card rest open. Does that make sense? So you can see that. Let me show you on the actual card. So here it is closed, here it is open, and this is my stopper on that diagonal line, and you're just going to center it corner to corner, and then your card will line up, and it will stand up all on its own, which is so cool. Now I went super dimensional with mine because I was thinking more of a display piece, like home decor for spring or summer rather than like a card. But if you wanted to keep this strictly a card, you wouldn't put any of this on the bottom, and then this folds flat for mailing. But I just loved the way these roses looked with this paper, and I got a little carried away, and I got all in my happy place, and I got my craft on and just had fun. So now you know, when you're done, this piece, you're going to line, once you've built your card front, you're just going to line this up like this. And I actually fold it, and I only add my glue here, because if you glue above the fold, you've just made a card that won't bend. So line it up. I just go corner to corner, and then see how that's going to work. No worries. This, of course, it's no glue holding it in place, but you will have glue. And then you'll have your Twisted Easel card. Super simple. I'm so glad you could join me today to take a look at this beautiful Dame collection from Authentique. And I hope I've shared some tips and tricks that you can use in your own crafty adventures. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to go